was always lit.
And joining me now, fresh off of the practice field, veteran cornerback Xavier Rhodes. How much fun was Sunday afternoon at Lucas Oil Stadium getting to go up against an opponent in the preseason, especially with the way that crowd impacted that Carolina offense?
It was fun, man. To have the fans back in the stadium and cheering us on. As you can see, that was a huge impact. I think they jumped offside like 4 times in a row. That just shows you how much of our fans that's in the stand play a big impact on the offensive side of the ball.
So much continuity on this defense. The majority of the guys that you have all back this year, and then you have some pieces like Kwity Paye and Dio Adangbo once he is healthy. What's the biggest advantage for this defense, having such high expectations, to have that continuity, have the majority of these core guys back, and being so motivated to pick up where you guys left off?
Working on the little things, the little details of our defense. That's the thing some teams tend not to pay attention to. But as a group, we got to work on the little things so we can also play out there as a team as one. If we continue to work on those things, we'll continue to be a great defense.
Having that stout defensive line that you do, anchored up front to DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, all the guys you have up there, and then these really physical, fast linebackers, how does that impact this Colts secondary, make your jobs, I don't want to say easier necessarily, it's not easier, but it impacts it, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, have the quarterback make his reads really quick, so the ball come out really fast and allow us to sit on routes a lot more and get picks, so with that, it helps out tremendously, So we love the fact that we can sit on routes and those guys get to the quarterback and we can pick more balls off this year.
It's really fun to watch your group in practice. You've got the big personalities, yourself, Kenny Moore II, TJ Carey, a bunch of guys. How do you describe the dynamic that there is, maybe the balance of the strengths and the personalities that you have in the secondary?
We feed off each other. I'm the vet, me and TJ the vets on the team, so we share our knowledge. Kenny is the energy. He the small guy, teaches the angles we need to be in. We all feed off each other, and we all don't leave each other hanging. If I see something out there on the field that can improve and help our DBs, I'll tell it. And I tell the guys the same thing. If you see something that can help the group, make sure you tell us.
Training camp is such a grind, notoriously so. You got to have that to get ready for a 17-game regular season, of course. How do you approach training camp maybe a little differently and the preseason going into year 9 maybe than you did year 1, 2, 3?
Oh, man, big on taking care of your body. Sleeping, make sure you do prep work before practice. After you're done with practice, do more prep work. Just continuously work on your body because, like you said, it's a grind. Now it's 17 games, so the extra game is a lot, and it means a lot. So you have to really overdo it because, when it gets to week 8 or 9, I'm trying not think far ahead, but that body tends to wear down. But if you continuously work on your body, you can make it through.
And that grind is going to hit early because those first 5 games of the season are going to be a gauntlet.
Yes.
You guys, I know, are excited about the challenge that you have straight out of the gates. You get weeks 1 and 2 at home before you go on the road for 3 games. For this defense, where have you guys benefited from seeing different quarterbacks? You had Carson at the beginning, and then you've seen Sam Ehlinger and Jacob Eason both running with that first-team offense. You guys going up against those guys every day out here in Grand Park. How does that help when you have guys who have different skill sets, different strengths in preparation for facing different quarterbacks over the course of the regular season?
It helps because those guys, you have Sam, he's a guy that's going to not force anything. He's going to scramble around, and he uses his feet a lot. But with Easton, he's more of a guy that's gonna sit in the pocket and try to make accurate throws and throw it in the basket like he did against me and Ty and on the 7 route today. It was great coverage, but he still threw it where it needed to be. Only Ty can get to it. So that's the difference between the two. You have one that's gonna use his feet if he need to, and the other one that's gonna put it where it need to be.
Going back to your former home in Minneapolis this weekend, gonna face your old team in the Minnesota Vikings. What are you looking forward to about that matchup?
Emotions for one. I've been there for 7 years, so I'm looking forward for them guys. We just been happy to compete. I mean, like I say, I had this interview last year. It was a family thing, I competed with them guys for 7 years, and we grew as brothers. I was in Harrison Smith's wedding, so that's how close we were, at that team. And going against those guys gonna be one emotional, at it like it was last year, but going back to U.S. Bank Stadium going to be something. So I'm looking forward to playing against those guys and seeing them again.
Hey, you mentioned family. We're glad you're part of this Horseshoe family now. Excited to see you out there on the field.
Yes.
Appreciate the time. Now we're going to take a look at another guy who we have had so much time to watch in training camp, who has provided some of the biggest highlights. Jonathan Taylor mic'd up for those joint practices against Carolina.
JT!
They ain't catch me yet. I don't know what's up. I'm finna just stay loaded.
Oh, they got a little spot in the front.
Ah! No! No! Wow! Wow!
You mic'd up?
Yeah. The thing about it is, I ain't even know. I thought I gotta get hooked up on the way out. Nah, they did that already. Before I forget though, shout out to Salem City. Shout out to those Salem Rams. I know those boys in camp right now. Before I forget, shout out to the guys, you know. They in camp right now, going crazy. I'm in camp too, fellas, so keep grinding.
Yeah, buddy. Yo. Ooh, my hammy's tight.
Here we go, Marlo. Finish that. Nice. Yeah, Marlo. Come on, lock in. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. I'm just playing. That's it. We can do what they want to do. You feel me? Bro, that's my game. You know, that's my game right there, so I'm ready.
Oh, they didn't mic you up. This is like a receiver or something.
He said they should have mic'd up a receiver.
We in the trenches today.
We in the trenches, bro. I'm hearing all that. Way to come out here, be physical, like they said, man. We're gonna be the toughest dudes on the field. We want to be the best running back group in the country, in the nation. That's how we're gonna do it, being physical, being the toughest running back group out there.
And that's a wrap for this week's Colts Camp Weekly, the second preseason game, Colts at Vikings, a Saturday night primetime affair that Xavier Rhodes previewed with us. So be sure to check that out on Fox 59, and then a few final opportunities next week up here at Grand Park to check out Colts Camp before that final preseason game.